Hello everyone, and welcome to Jumper Man Tech, where we specialize in HVAC but do everything DIY. And today we have a service call for another LG multi-V system. Thank you to everyone tuning into Jumper Man Tech. So the original service call was that there's water coming from the ceiling. Here's some of the insulation. So wet. Water's coming right out and it's no good anymore. So once that insulation's wet, it's pretty much not doing anything. So the idea was to replace this section, but inside here we can't even get to it. As you can see, it's right against this and we have all this stuff in the way. The issue was not that the insulation was bad, even though it was all torn up and everything. I'll show some pictures. But it was more than that. I looked inside this duct and there's water sitting all in here. The unit is right here. The coil is right here. The unit right here. And here's the supply duct. So what's happening is that inside here there's a ton of water. It's gonna get a little windy in here as I have this little place open, and I'm going to show you inside, so hopefully you guys can see the water that's in there. As you can see, there's a ton of water in here. But how is that getting in there? It's not like the whole duct is sweating, it's just this area. Well, we found the filter packed. I'm going to show a picture of that as well. So what I'm thinking is happening here is that this filter, which is now clean, it was suffocating the unit, created some sort of vacuum, and then the two blowers here were just pushing all the water into the duct, and it got stuck here. And you can see a seam over here, the seam with mastic. There's another seam right here, and it's probably not properly sealed. So because it's not properly sealed, it started pushing water into the insulation, and once the insulation became 100% saturated, it just started coming down into the ceiling. This is the problem that's been going on for a while. The issue is I can't even take out this insulation. Can't get to anything. Another issue is that the unit's right here. You can't even take off this tile. There's no access to the bottom of this unit. Look, it's right at the unit, which is another issue. So the idea here is to now, let's knock this down. I wasn't even going to record this job. As you can see, I'm like in the middle of it, but alas, here we are. We're going to open this up, remove this insulation, and let's take this step by step, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to go about this call. Alright, so we need this access. So I gotta take a peek, see what's in there. Sounds like a metal. Oh man, there's a duct in here. Unreal. There's a duct. How are we gonna get in here? We need space here, but we're gonna lose. We're not gonna be able to put a tile here. There's another duct in there, man. You know what? I'm gonna try to at least cut through here, right above this line, just to see if we can do that. Wow, we're not really working with much space here. Maybe if I get another inch, maybe I can take that apart, but how am I gonna redo all this? And look, there's sheetrock in the way there. How am I supposed to fix this? And if I cut lower than this, we're gonna lose the frame for this ceiling. Look at those rust spots, man. Eventually, with all that water sitting there, it's gonna be a huge hole, and either way, all this is gonna have to be taken apart. It's gonna be a huge hole, and it's just gonna eat right through it. Just gonna try to make a little bit more space here, so at least we can at least rip this off. This installation's done. Ways to get over there so we can take this apart for now. As much as we can do, really. That insulation's done. A little bit more here as well. Not really working with much here. There's like a stud behind this. Let's make a little more space here, but I'm gonna cut the stud. It's already cut, by the way. Just make a little more space. Alright, so issue is that there's a duct in here. Also, by the way, this sheetrock is all wet as well. Thing is, we need to take this part of the sheetrock off. We will be able to fix this. There's a little bit of a gap between that duct and this duct, so that we would be able to do. But the thing is just how to coordinate this. We got some space there, we got some space there now, but we can't fully get underneath here. We're gonna have to run this by the engineer. All right, since we only have this space, it's also leaking on this duct. This sheetrock is wet. We got approval to really knock this thing all down and do this right. So we're gonna open up this area beneath the duct, and also got an issue with this unit. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get the okay to clean the unit as well. Clean that coil, also with the filter, so we have good airflow. You see, we opened up this ceiling. Look, there's no space. This is the unit. This is the unit itself. How are we gonna bring that down to clean anything, to repair anything? So we got approval to pretty much remove as much as we can of this grid. If anything is gonna have to be cut down, this should be done proper in the future. So if anything, we'll knock down this whole grid here, and maybe they can do it lower, so they can build the grid lower so we can take down all the covers and could easily pop the tiles off and get to everything we need. So as far as right now, we're gonna have to open all of this up. We need this area completely open, and that's what we're gonna focus on in this video. Let's get to it. We're gonna need these things out, and they're gonna have to redo all this. Just hope this whole ceiling doesn't collapse right now. Oh, they even cut this. There was no space for it. They even had to cut that. Oh, this is unreal. Man, these things are done, man. Okay. There you go. They screwed that one in. Oh, they screwed these in because it didn't even hold anymore, and they cut it. They had to trim it just to even fit this. Unbelievable. All right, Chris, let's get a drill with the Phillips. Unbelievable. Oh man. All right, it's demo time. He's taking off all the ceilings over there. We're getting full access from here down there. This part of the railing system is just gonna have to go, man. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Water seeking right through. We cut all this shot out. So I'll make sure I'm not getting into anything else. Yeah, this is just straight duct, and there's framing around this. Water coming out of there. Yeah, there's no space for anything else. It's just duct. How much space do we really have? This is just for the wall, but maybe we can get underneath through here and do what we gotta do. This water was running down the duct and everything. Sheetrock is wet. Just want this area. We're gonna have to get past that sheetrock as well. Oh boy. Honestly, I want more space over here. I can't really work in here well. Oh boy. This framing is being held up a bit by this. I don't want to cut that right off yet. There's also a hole right here where water's coming through. Moving along. Got that all open. Honestly, I had enough of this tile here. Honestly, it's gonna take out all my aggression on here. That's it. I can't get this out. I can't put my insulation back properly without that. We are moving along. It's an absolute nightmare. All this metal, tiles, all these layers were hard to cut out, and we still have barely any space. I guess we could do it. Then over here, let's cut all the sheetrock out of there, all the sheetrock out of here. It's free though on that side. What a nightmare. I guess the last thing is we're gonna open up a little bit over here, and it's time to take off the insulation. We're gonna take off the insulation from here. See this part right here, and the rest of this up to here is cut. This area feels okay right here. Well, it's like up to here it starts getting wet. The problem is the area I need to really do is through this duct.
What a nightmare, man. I'm gonna cut out only what I really need to. It's gonna look like somewhere from here, and how we're gonna put this back, well, we're gonna have to figure that out. What a mess. Let's cut it out. All that water. Alright, moving along. Just got this last bit of insulation out. Super tight. Alright, so this is how we're gonna finish off today. Opened a lot of that out, got rid of that bad insulation. What a mess. As far as here, this is all open. And we put back a bunch of ceiling tiles. As far as this stuff, we're just gonna cover this with plastic so the health inspector doesn't write them a ticket in case they happen to show up. So the idea here is that this insulation was destroyed from water damage, so it had to be removed. Next, we realized that we had a bigger issue here. It's not just condensation. That filter was packed and the coil is completely dirty, so we're going to be cleaning that on a different visit and doing the full maintenance on this machine. But because of that, it started shooting water into the duct, and then maybe there's a hole in a seam somewhere, or just from condensation, all the water started coming down. So that's what happened here. The fix is going to be to really do the full maintenance on here, and we're gonna leave the duct open. It's not good, but we're gonna wait for it to see if we build any condensation or if the problem stopped. Once we know the problem stopped, we're gonna insulate everything back. Definitely was nice that we plasticed everything around. So gonna have to clean up, put a plastic on the ceiling like I mentioned, and we're gonna wrap this one up. As far as the cleaning, that's gonna be a different video, and insulating, that's gonna be another different video. But if anyone found this video interesting or helpful, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more nightmares as I come out with new videos every week. And I'll catch you all next time.